Thanks for stopping by GardenStateWeather.com, New Jersey and the northern mid-Atlantic regions weather news portal. I'm forecaster Robert Smith, and it's a bright sunny start to Thursday, November 3rd, 2011. And it's a couple of degrees warmer this morning across the forecast region than it was yesterday morning, but temperatures are still hovering around or just above the freezing mark in many areas of northwestern New Jersey, with sunshine starting the day off, and temperatures in the New York City metropolitan area upper 40s to around 50 down around the coast. Pinks on the map here again. Small craft advisories in effect. We have a frontal system that's going to be passing through the waters tomorrow morning. It's going to turn our winds around here from the southwest into the northwest, and they're going to freshen to 15 to 20 knots with higher gusts up to 25 knots or so during the day tomorrow, and that's going to make for some choppy seas. Satellite picture this morning shows plenty of that dry air, high pressure cresting from northern New England, sliding off the coast now, but still extending a large area of clear skies across the forecast region this morning. These are some high cirrus clouds here, and this is a developing cold front out here to the west associated with the storm system pulling out of the plains. That's going to move towards the Carolina coast overnight and drag this cold front through. So other than some high cirrus clouds today and lots of dry air and sunshine, temperatures getting back up into the 50s, we can expect a southerly flow developing during the afternoon, and that should help boost some of the warmer air into the region. And then as the cold front comes through tonight, some clouds get in here, but no precipitation. Most of the rain, according to the models, is still off the Carolina coast and south of the Delmarva. So our region might experience more clouds during tonight, and then a wind shift tomorrow with sunshine returning as another area of high pressure builds into the forecast region. A large-scale look now at what's going on. High pressure. Nothing's going on around the East Coast. These small craft advisories again for tonight and tomorrow as the wind shift, high pressure comes in. Here's our system that's going to be causing these winds tomorrow out over the plains now. Moving up towards the Great Lakes, lots of bands of very strong upper dynamics here. A lot of cold air advection and warm air advection too to the right of it. And we've got a band of showers and thunderstorms moving through this area here. And notice all these watches and warnings, lake wind advisories, and we've got freeze warnings down into Texas now. Look at this cold air. Temperatures in the teens this morning, 20s and 30s all the way down through western Texas, and just on the other side of that, in the panhandle, temperatures are in the 70s in the water and generally in the 60s right along the immediate coast. So quite a dynamic system pulling out here, but this is going to be weakening as it moves towards the Carolina coast, and tomorrow should be another sunny day as high pressure over this region of the country builds in right through the weekend actually here in the northeast and middle Atlantic coast states. Forecast maps this afternoon. Here comes the weak cold front across the New York State and southern New England, northern New England as well. Here's our low pulling out through the Ohio and Tennessee valleys here, moving up towards the Great Lakes. It's an occluded front here, and the showers and thunderstorms out ahead of it and around it in the calm ahead, moving all out of our area up through the Great Lakes. As we move in through the morning hours, late tonight and tomorrow morning, here's the low pulling out now through the Tennessee Valley. The cold front is already passed here tomorrow morning after midnight across the mid-Atlantic states, and most of the precipitation remaining to the south. Here comes our area of high pressure all the way from southern Canada down through Texas, building in to the forecast region for the weekend. So most of the rain here on Friday, again, contained across the Virginias and the Carolinas, and then heading out to sea as a strong area of high pressure begins to build in across the nation's midsection and southeastern Canada, and contains our weather right through the weekend. Notice how the ridge continues to build here across the Great Lakes on Saturday. We get into a northeasterly flow, so the air could be a little chilly around here coming in from off the water on Saturday morning. Could probably only get here into the lower 50s and maybe even some upper 40s still across the higher terrain on Saturday, but then modification in temperature with temperatures back into the 50s and possibly even the lower 60s on Monday as the high moves off the coast and a return flow develops from the southwest. Taking a look at the forecast models from the GFS through next week. Here we go. And we have the wrong one up here. Now we got the right one. Here comes low pressure across the Tennessee Valley and moving off the Carolina coast. There goes the rain. High pressure building in across southern New England, and a northeast wind flow developing over the weekend. Could be a little chilly around here on Saturday, but then modification on Sunday and Monday as the high is parked right over New Jersey and Pennsylvania, and this would be for Sunday morning, and the high remains and builds off the southern New England coast. Still generally light winds here, modification in temperature, clear nights, temperatures in the 30s and rising back into the 50s during the afternoon hours. Here's our next weather maker coming out of the plains and the southwestern states early next week, and this will gather strength and move up towards the Great Lakes region. Here comes the low developing there and pulling out across the plains. High pressure off of the mid-Atlantic coast, and somewhat of a influence here coming in from off the Caribbean and the southeastern Atlantic, actually. And I'm going to watch this as this remains offshore, and the low and cold frontal passage begins to weaken as it moves through the area on Wednesday night and Thursday. And then finally out of here again, high pressure builds in through the forecast region for late next week. Here comes another storm pulling out of the plains and the southwest, another one yet digging in here. And all of these moving in through the plains and then eventually out into the Great Lakes. High pressure controlling our weather generally with very little aspects of rain or coastal storms in this area through the end of next week. Taking a look at some of the power outages that we still have from this past weekend's snow October storm. We still have about 21,000 and change out in Morris County, but this is improving. Areas in Union County now coming down to under 6,000. There's people still out less than 2,000 in Chatham, and also people in Passaic County. So these numbers here on the dots are coming down. We still have about 10,000, 11,000 people out without power in Hunterdon County, but these numbers are beginning to come down. That's good news. So hang in there, folks. The utility crews are still working, and it could still be several days before total restoration of power and heat is restored to many residents that were so hard hit after this event here, the October snowstorm, the October snowstorm of last weekend. Other than that, pleasant weather will be in control of our weather right through the weekend. A few clouds around tonight, but the rain stays to the south, and sunshine and a brisk northwest wind develops again here on Friday. And pleasant weather, chilly too, on Saturday, modification back into the 50s and lower 60s with plenty of sunshine, dry air around here over the weekend. For GardenStateWeather.com, I'm forecaster Robert Smith. You make it a good day, and we'll see you bright and early again on Friday morning.